Hey there. We're going to play a little Talisman today. Probably just going to play one game for now. Uh, Try to keep it reasonably short, but I am going to try to do it online. So let me go ahead and get that set up and see if we can get some people in here. Let's go with a public game in the USA region. And let me check my settings. Let's go with 45 turns. Let's make sure all our expansions are on. And we're going to set up our house rules for random characters, character selection. We will go with revealed ending, exclude standard, sudden death on, since we want to keep this reasonably lengthed. Go with random treasures, because getting to pick your card is kind of lame. No Grim Reaper, because that just slows the game down, and I don't really feel like playing Dance Macabre today. And I think we're good. Let's go with this. So I'll give it about 5 or 10 minutes here. We'll see if we can get some people in this lobby. Hopefully we can. If I can't, then I might just switch it over to single player, so I'm not taking up a server slot. But yeah, I guess as is our way here on the channel, while I wait to see if we can fill this lobby up, let's talk a little bit about what's been going on with the game. So there hasn't been too much new in the way of Talisman since the release of Sacred Pool. I know there was a small patch that came out a couple days ago. I think it was like, I want to say it was like 65 megs or something along those lines, and I never did track down the patch notes for that, but I can only assume it was bug fix related, because I can't imagine them releasing any new features or anything like that with the expansion having just dropped and all the new features in that latest big patch. Hey, look, we have somebody. Oh, we got another one. Oh, here we go. All right, let's see if we can get the fourth. If we can, that's great. If not, I'm still assessing AI performance. And that'll be fine. You know, I think, oh, here we got a fourth. So this will be good. We'll get a full 4-player game going here. Nice. Okay, going with Sacred Pool. So this is going to be my first time playing this ending. So this is a lot like Warlock quests, but instead of Warlock quests completions, you have to get the instead of just Warlock quest completions, you have to get the 4 Sacred Pool cards. And I think I'm going to play the Rogue here just because it's an unusual card. And I'll give you guys once we see what everybody else is playing, and there's some downtime. I'll give you a good look at the Rogue card so we can refresh ourselves on what their abilities actually are. I know when the Rogue fights 2 enemies at once, they get to roll an extra die. There's some other things they get to do that I'm not quite remembering off the top of my head, so I kind of need to look at it myself. Swashbuckler is always an interesting choice. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and take a quest. Roll 1 die to accept a quest. So it looks like we're going to take 1 life from another character. Alright, cool. Let's head over towards the Enchantress, since we're starting out fresh. We'll go ahead and... oh, that should be a good fight. Got a numerical advantage here, although we did just roll a 1, so that's kind of lame. Definitely going to re-roll that. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, so while we have a moment, while we're waiting for our next turn, let's double check our abilities here. Yeah, it's the more than 1 enemies thing. Whenever you defeat a character in battle or second combat and choose to take gold, you may take all of their gold. Whenever you visit the tavern, mystic, or enchantress, you may roll 2 dice and choose one of the results. And we are, of course, starting at the tavern with neutral alignment and 3 fate left now that we've used 1. So we missed a little bit there as a result of taking a moment to read our card, but I don't think it was anything too drastic. Oh man, bad luck on the Enchantress roll there out the gate for that guy. I'd be curious to see if he ends up dropping out, because that typically happens whenever people have issues right out the gate. But hopefully he'll stick around. I've been seeing some people sticking it out even when they have a rough beginning lately, so I'm hoping that's a trend. But I also kind of understand when people get frustrated when something like that happens right at the beginning of the game. But I think that people are starting to realize that having one or two bad things happen at the beginning of the game doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have a bad game overall. Oh, this follower. So that follower is bad news. Basically, if I lose a fight while I have them as a follower, I am dead. And so what I need to look at is how I'm actually going to get rid of this thing. I got to remind myself. You may discard if you defeat a creature or character in battle or second combat. So I have to win a fight, but if I lose a fight, I am going to die. So that's always awesome. Actually, if I can roll a 1 and fight that toad, that would be really ideal. Unfortunately, he's going to come on my square, so kind of a bummer. He can't pick that up. So that's good for the rest of us, because we'll get a shot at it, but unfortunately it's already sitting on the square I'm occupying, so it's going to be at least 2 turns before I get a shot at grabbing that. So keep in mind that as we're playing through this game, we do have a 45 turn limit set. So this game won't go on beyond a certain point, no matter what happens. But we will try to... oh, gold is good. We will try to actually go for the victory if at all possible. I'm only going to take 1 quest at a time, though, because... oh, actually, I'm wondering if maybe that view quests bug that I saw in a previous playthrough is what they fixed with that patch. I really need to track those patch notes down and see exactly what that was all about. But I'm noticing that people aren't being prompted to view quests like they were the last time I saw the Sacred Pool ending run against the AI. So maybe that was a part of that fix. Nice roll on the Battletoad there. Yeah, he's gonna get that. Lucky little amphibian. Everybody's kind of trying to stay away from me, it seems like, because they know that I need to take a life for that quest. Is kind of the impression that I'm getting. So I can roll 2 dice at the tavern, but I'd really rather have the card, I think, at this point. So we're going to grab that. So this guy... yeah, you know what? We have the extra gold. Let's go ahead and grab him. So basically, when we pray, we can pay him to increase the result of our prayer. But honestly, I'd rather just have him as a follower, because remember that followers count towards your score total. So if we are in fact playing with the sudden death ending in mind, we want to get our score up as high as we can at every opportunity, because that might be what ends up deciding the game. So even though I'm not planning on doing a lot of praying with this character, because he is neutral, just grabbing the follower and keeping it away from the other players, I think is a good tactical move. So he managed to survive his toading. Good for him. I'll keep moving towards that homunculus if I can. See if I can grab that and boost a stat. That never hurts. Nice recovery on that roll. And good to get that card off the board before people start getting stronger and it becomes really dangerous. So I'm all for that. Orb can be useful for sure, but he's got to make it past the Dryad first. Oh, nice roll. Was that enough? Nope. Hence the re-roll. So it looks like he's going to the forest, whether he wants to or not. Oh, and rolls a 1. That's a bad little streak of luck for the swashbuckler there. Oh, and he blows another fate to roll another 1. That guy is not having a good time right now. I guarantee you that. Yeah, he's about to lose a life too. That was a brutal turn for the swashbuckler. Down 2 fate and a life from just a really bad series of events there. Man, I feel for that dude. Well, I really don't want to. I want to stay near the. I want to stay near. Oh yeah, I want to get the homunculus because I can add 2 to my strength or 1 to my strength and 1 to my craft. So that's kind of a no-brainer. We're gonna grab that. Yeah, definitely gonna grab that. That's going to give us a nice little performance advantage, and because we need to be winning fights to stay alive, we really need to take any advantage that we can get, honestly. Now, because we're receiving that bonus from craft, or I'm sorry, from an item, we still can go to the Enchantress and try to boost strength or craft that way. And especially with our innate ability to roll 2 dice on the Enchantress, I think that's going to be a good play for us if we can roll a 1 next turn. We do have to be a little bit concerned. We are 1 fate down from what we would normally have. Oh man, the swashbuckler is just getting rocked. Yeah, that guy may not be long for this world if his luck doesn't turn around here pretty quickly. Only got 2 lives left. Oh, and we roll the 1. So yeah, we're definitely going to dip in here to the Enchantress and use our ability to roll 2 dice. Let's see, I will definitely take the spell for sure. No, we're not going to re-roll. We're just going to take the 6. I don't want to waste a fate. Okay, cool. So this is replenish your fate. Awesome. Awesome spell. So now we can blow all our fate and not even have to worry about paying to get it back, as long as we don't end up losing that spell. So, excellent. Plus that, again, spells count towards your score total. So now we have a spell and a follower, so two extra points towards our score. Keep in mind that the homunculus is only giving us 1 point, because even though it adds a point to strength and craft, those points don't count towards boosting those stats. We only get a point to score from the object itself, not the effect it has on strength and craft. The only way we get extra points from strength and craft is if we earn those points through trophies or rolls. In other words, permanent points that can't be lost by losing the item. That was probably worth the save on that standoff. So I'm curious about the rule on that card, because I can't remember if it's that it will stop you if you try to pass it, or if you only have to fight it if you land directly on it. Because the thing with that Sentinel, that Ivory Sentinel, is if you're not good alignment and you land on it, you have to fight it. But I don't know if it actually like blocks your path if you're not that alignment. But we're not actually going to find that out because I don't really have a lot of interest in going to the crags. So we're going to head over this way instead. Maybe we can keep an eye on it and see if anybody else gets stopped. Let's see. Let's remind myself. Oh. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the craft to actually... Oh, actually, I do have the craft because I got the extra one from the thing. You know what I'm looking for is... Okay, I'm going the wrong way. I need to go this way. Hurry up, 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 hurry up. Go, 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 go. Oop, there it is. Oop. And we'll take that. So we're gonna take that free point of strength and queue that up. So at the beginning of our next turn, that'll boost our strength. And now we can stop thinking about going to the Enchantress. Although rolling those double dice makes it kind of tempting. But I kind of feel like I don't want to play that game. I'd rather fight creatures and earn it the old-fashioned way. A lot of daring maneuvers here being perpetrated by these other players. I mean, this guy rocking out in the Highlands with, you know, good stats. I mean, he's got those bonuses during combat, so I kind of understand why he would think he could do that, because that character coming with the free Warhorse is kind of a nice buff to start out in the early game with. But definitely still a little risky, even with the Warhorse. Like a 5 attack is not guaranteed success in the Highlands. And that Warhorse, as I recall, not going to help him out in a craft fight, so he's still rolling with his base craft of 3. Okay, so that's going to get us up to 5. That's going to greatly improve our odds of winning a fight, or at least a battle, if we do end up getting into one. Let's head over to this side of the board. Still got to look at perpetrating some violence on one of my competitors here. Let's grab a sword because it's only 1 gold. Why not? Send the peddler on his way. That's good. We're effectively rocking a 6 strength right now. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I probably could have grabbed a spell too, to be honest. I maybe should have grabbed a spell, but I didn't want to lower my gold pool too much, because you never know when you're going to need to buy lives. Like, I like rolling around with a little bit of gold, ideally. So I'm excited. We haven't actually had anybody drop out yet. I think we might have some real, you know, players here. So that's a good sign. Here I look at the chat. Okay, everybody's keeping it nice and polite so far. That's nice. Let's see how the swashbuckler is doing. So taking a quick look at everybody's stats, I would say I'm looking pretty confident in terms of being in the lead at the moment. I mean, I'm really the only one rocking any improved stats at the moment. I know I have a spell and a couple items and a follower, so I mean, I'm in a pretty solid position at the moment. I'm definitely the leader in this game right now, by all accounts. Yeah, the swashbuckler just having no luck. No luck at all. I definitely feel for that guy. He's having a rough time. Oh, and looks like this guy may finish him off. Oh no, he's gonna heal him. That was nice of you. That was nice of you. That was very cordial. Look at that. It was actually pretty sportsmanlike. That's not very sportsmanlike. Bonus points if anybody gets that reference. Okay, new card here. Oracle will only become your follower if you have a quest. You must discard the Oracle if you complete a quest. Whenever you draw an adventure card, you may discard a card of your choice that you do not wish to encounter. Okay, so it's kind of like the Orb of Prophecy or whatever. We'll go ahead and grab her for sure. That way we can dodge any sort of gnarly stuff that may come up. Now we'll only keep her until we complete our quest, but that might take a while considering the nature of said quest. Harpies! Filthy harpies! Having wild flashbacks all of a sudden. You gonna re-roll that? I probably would, but decides against it. Can't blame him. I mean, he got lucky with the re-roll once already, so he may be feeling like it's not the right time for a play like that. Oh, the Nightmare. This could be a good break for the Swashbuckler if he gets a good roll here. Yeah, nice. That gets him a point of strength. He definitely could have used that. Yeah, it definitely helps him out a bit. Let's see. Do I draw 2 cards or go back to the Enchantress? Let's draw 2, especially since we know we can sub if we need to. That guy's okay. Craft of 5. This could be bad. You know what? We're gonna swap you out. I don't really want to fight a craft creature that's above me. Craft 1, that's going to be much more my speed. And actually that can help me get rid of that follower. Yes, and a 6, excellent. Alright, so I can ditch that stupid follower that was threatening to kill me. So that takes a big load off my mind. Get rid of the follower. Yes, get rid of it. Okay, so maybe, you know, we didn't take the spell last time when we had a chance. Maybe let's grab one this time. Let's buy a spell. Oh, nice. So if somebody casts something we want, we can grab it with that spell. That's kind of excellent because now we get to hold a spell and wait for something really good to come up and vulch it. So we get to not only keep our score high, but we get to potentially really benefit if somebody plays something nice that we can take. So I think now that we've gotten rid of that potentially deadly follower, I think we're in a much better position. I'm feeling a lot more confident about things, and we might actually be able to start looking at going after another player here. Unfortunately, the Swashbuckler is the only person around us at the moment, and I kind of feel bad picking on him. And also, just to be straight up honest about it, he's kind of closer to me in stats than I would prefer. It doesn't look like I'm going to get the chance to land on him anyway, though. I think, given these options, I'm going to dip into the dungeon. Oh, I actually could land on him, it looks like. Yeah. What are his lives at? I don't want to be too big of a jerk. Yeah, let's see if we can take a life from him. He's got 4. I feel like that would be okay. We don't even need to take a. Well, actually, I think we do need to take a life. Yeah, we do. So we do need to take a life for our quest. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We're gonna take quest reward. Okay. And keep this card. You may discard this card after rolling a die to add up to 3 to the result. Cool. Very cool. So she goes away. That's cool. So we need 3 more of those to actually go for the legit ending, because the first player to get 4 quest rewards and go to the center wins in this ending. I don't know that we're going to have enough turns to actually go for that ending, but we're going to try. Let's see if we can pull it off. It looks like we may have somebody AFK. Yeah, the Dread Knight's currently being played by the AI. Nice item. That's basically the same effect that the follower I just had to give up for completing that quest has. So being able to swap those adventure cards when you draw a bad one is a really powerful ability. It's also the innate ability of the prophetess character, so people tend to covet those sorts of things. I missed that draw. I think that was a new card. I have to take a look at it if I get a chance. Still not completely familiar with all of the Sacred Pool cards. I feel like I've seen... oh, that's a nice card. A nice buff if you can pick it up. Let's go ahead and take a quest. Select a card to deliver to the Warlock. Okay, I guess we'll give him this one. We have to give him 2? Really? The heck? Discard 2 followers. Man, that's rough. But we did complete something, so that's cool. We'll take the reward. Let's see. Keep this card if you discard this card after you draw an adventure card. To draw an additional adventure card, then choose one of the adventure cards that you do not wish to encounter and discard it. Okay, so kind of a variation on the orb and the oracle and the stuff we've just been talking about. What in the heck is going on here? Oh, I have too many spells now. Well, we'll keep the fate. Yeah, we lost our homunculus, so we didn't have enough to hold 2 spells. But we'll keep the fate replenishment, because that's basically like free money. So we don't have to spend money on fate. So we're 2 quests down to completing the requirements for winning, which is excellent, but we did lose some stats just then. It looks like somebody's chosen to leave. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it looks like we lost our swashbuckler, which isn't terribly surprising because he wasn't really having a very good game. But I feel like, yeah, I guess I can understand that. You know, I think he maybe got to a point where he feels like there's not much point in continuing. I don't know that I would have thrown in the towel quite that soon, but you know, I think a lot of people aren't necessarily conversant with the sudden death rules either, because just because it doesn't look like you have a good chance at winning the normal ending doesn't mean you still don't have a good chance of winning the sudden death ending if that comes up first. Because if you can grab a bunch of items and build stats and stuff like that, like even if you're not in a position to win the traditional ending, you still could have a good shot at the sudden death ending. Like this guy running around picking up all these trinkets in the Highlands, he's building points with each one of those, and if he can turn those trinkets in for gold, more gold than trinkets, he could end up really boosting his score. So he's definitely one to keep an eye on for sure. Oh yeah, that swashbuckler is getting rocked. Okay, let's go ahead and view our quests. Somebody else decided to leave, unfortunate. So I gotta roll. Oh, I want to view our quests. View our quests. Let's see, deliver one follower. Okay. And now we gotta roll out over here. Oh my god, we're gonna have to give that follower up. That's really unfortunate because that's +2 craft, but darn it if we didn't just fulfill that requirement. That's a real shame because that would have been nice to keep those stats. Discard immediately and gain 1 life, fate, gold, and spell if your craft allows. Nice. That's pretty sweet. Now we don't have the craft for the extra spell, but that definitely helps us out in other ways. So now we are down to the minstrel. We've lost our Dread Knight as well, which I'm kind of surprised that he would choose to bail because I feel like stats wise he's got a good chance with all those trinkets and stuff, but maybe I'm missing something. I mean, we are kind of on a tear right now because we've gotten 3 out of the 4 quests complete, so that's pretty great. But keep in mind that right now we only have 1 strength above normal because we lost the homunculus and we lost that that other follower that was craft based. So you know, we're far from a powerhouse stats wise in this game right now. Like we're making good progress towards winning, but I still don't feel like we're in a tremendously good position to win. I didn't get a good look at that card. I wanted to see about passing it on the board. I'm sure we'll find out if we try to go past it. I'm sure the game will indicate if we can't go past it. At least I would think that would be the case. Oh, earthquake. Why you so crazy? Peddler stays on. Good for folks who need stats. That would have been a nice kill. Unfortunate. No, so with that, watch, it'll keep the dragon. Of course. Of course it keeps the dragon. You go, game. Merciless. Okay, so let's see what our last quest is going to be. Kill 1 enemy. We can definitely do that. Okay, so once again, we need to go this way because we can't go to the desert without a water bottle. Treasure chest. Yeah, baby. We'll take that all day, every day. Let's go ahead and activate that. See what we get. Let's see. Any objects worth taking? An event. I guess we'll take the Talisman. Why not? We still need to go to the center even after we finish that quest, so. See where he throws this barrier. I'm sure it will be somewhere to screw with me. Oh no. Interesting. Now the interesting thing about this spell situation for me is, yes, it's an awesome spell that I can replenish all my fate, but fate does not count towards score. Only spells do in that equation. So I'd actually be giving up a point of score to replenish my fate. Oh man, free craft on the board. Mmm, tasty. That looks tasty. That might be worth coming out of the inner ring for. Although as soon as I kill an enemy, I'm going to be back in here, so trying to run for that probably doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, the AI is continuing the downward spiral of the swashbuckler quite nicely. I still feel bad for that dude. He really got jacked. Let's bounce over here. Maybe we can get a temple hit next turn. Strength of 5. It's going to be a little bit rough, but we can try it. Let's go ahead and roll. Oh, nice roll. Really couldn't ask for more than that. Go ahead and grab that. Killed an enemy. Okay, so we are done. We are done with quests. Now we could take more if we wanted to. You may discard at any time to gain your full complement of spells. Very nice. Very nice. And I believe that gives us enough for a point of strength. Excellent. Okay, so I think it's fair to say at this point that we are poised to win this game. Like, really all we have to do is just execute, and we should be in good shape. Oh, nice grab on the warhorse. Unfortunately, I think the AI already has one of those, but actually be curious to see how that would get handled. It looks like maybe he lost his at some point, so now he's got another one to replace the one he lost. Although I think he could have gotten another one, if I recall correctly, just by going to the graveyard. So that really all that did was save him some time. But that's going to make him more effective in battle as a result of picking that up early. So that might actually be meaningful. Oh man, if he loses to this boar, I was going to say that would be the ultimate humiliating way for that character to go out. So the other good thing about doing all these quest rewards, I'm actually gonna, well, I don't know, maybe I will grab another one. Why not grab another one? Well, you know what, actually, let's cancel, because I don't want to be stuck having to complete a quest when all I want to do is try to go for the middle. So we're not going to be greedy. We did what we needed to do. Oh man, that's rough. That is rough stuff right there. Nothing I really want to take off the board that much, so we're going to pass on that, but I will grab that wand, or that rod. Now, if I wanted to be a total jerk, I could take the minstrel's abilities away. But I think what I'm going to do instead just to make this a little more fair and interesting, is either not use it at all or just wait until one of the AIs has 2 points to take off. Although if it looks like I'm in jeopardy of losing that item, I may just use it to get rid of it. So we'll see how things go. Keeping in mind too that just holding that item gives me an extra point of score, so I kind of need to factor that in. Let's see if the swashbuckler goes out here. I think that's very likely to occur. Nope, he hangs in there. Hangs in there for another round. Alright, so we're going to go to the temple, because that's fun. What do we got here? It's kind of a bummer. Oh well, whatever. I probably could have re-rolled that 3, honestly. I probably should have re-rolled that 3, because nothing bad would have happened. Yep, there's the Black Knight guy. Yeah, I probably should have. That was probably the first real mistake that I've made in this game. I really should have re-rolled that 3 to try to get something useful out of it. Because had I rolled a 1 or a 2, that would have been a free point of something. And had I rolled a basically anything other than what I rolled would have been really useful to me. So that was definitely a mistake. I shouldn't have dismissed that so quickly. Should have thought about that for a second before I did it. I'm so used to trying to conserve fate at all costs that I really didn't consider the fact that I basically have 8 fate to work with while I'm holding this spell. Yeah, Minstrel's continuing to suck up that free craft. It's definitely a great move for him. I actually think I may have played with Atomic Dog before. That name seems familiar. I think we may have played in a game previously on one of the prior expansions. Alright. Okay, definitely try to take the follower. This might be a good time to use our, oh, we got them. We got him. Yep, joins you as a follower. Excellent. Excellent. That puts us in excellent shape. He's got to pray at the temple, which fortunately for him, he's already in the inner ring. Oh, look at that. He gets to go right to it. Man, nice fate grab there. Two free fate points. Tasty. Rune Gate, convenient. Good way to get back into the inner ring from the outer ring. What is this guy doing? Okay, so he's preloading that deck, so he must like what that next card is. He must be trying to get it. Let's stay away from the knight. Let's move into a position where we can exit this area. Let's see, evil. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and play this. Yeah, we'll take the dragon, whatever. Get rid of that thing. And let's roll. That'll do it. Give me that dragon meat. Nom 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 nom. Nice. Gives us another point of strength. Excellent. Excellent. So it actually helps us stay at an advantage over the Dread Knight, because even with his Warhorse, we still have a numerical advantage over him. So if he's thinking about attacking us, that's going to make him think twice. Alright, he is also racking up the completions. Yeah, the minstrel's definitely trying to hang around that free craft. Oh man, bummer. That is a bummer. Oh man, I'd think about re-rolling that, honestly. Yeah, you can't pass on that. He's gotta take that. Yeah, that's a good move. Good move. He's got to hold on to that. There's no way he's gonna waste 3 points of craft turning that in. It'd be crazy to do that. The swashbuckler decides to leave via the crags. He must have been desperate to get out of there. Okay, let's. I'm not quite ready to exit this area yet. I think I can hang in here for a little while longer. Craft 7, really lame. This is probably gonna be my first major loss. Let's see, 9. Yeah, even if I added 3, it still wouldn't be enough. I can only tie, so I'm not gonna waste it. I'll just eat the life. I have an extra, so that just takes us back down to normal live count. And lives do not count towards scores, so we didn't lose anything important there. Where's he headed? Oh man, look at that. That is a powerful, powerful ability right there. And going to the doctor to get his lives back. Interesting choice of what to use that on. See, he could have gone to any square on the board with that magic door card. It's a pretty potent reward. I'm surprised he didn't take the free craft, to be honest, but the minstrel's probably pretty happy about it. Alright. Alright, let's see. I think we may be running out of interesting things to do here in the middle ring. Yeah, let's go ahead and bounce out of here. See if we can get into something on the outer ring. Gold, I will take it. Gold does count towards score, so it's always good. No, I don't want to do it in slow motion. Double bonus points if you get that reference. Picking on the swashbuckler, I guess that's as good as anybody. I think he's gonna take him. I think he's taking him. Oh man, rough. He's down to 1 life. That's gonna get rugged real quick. Grabbing the mule, smart move. Increases carrying capacity since he already has a warhorse. Swashbuckler trying to stay in it. Go AI. Not really interested in the chapel. Let's chill out here with the sentinel. Oops, wrong button. More gold. Again, helps our score, so I'm not going to complain, but it's also not helping us build any stats, so that's kind of a bummer. We may end up having to play this for the turn timer. I'm not sure that we're going to get the stats that we need to go for the middle quickly enough. We'll see when the 10 turn warning comes up, where we're at. Does anybody want to fight? Doesn't look like it. I don't blame you. I don't think there's any easy pickings there for the minstrel, battle-wise. Alright, I don't want to fight that thing. At least not right now. Let's see if we can get a free mystic point off our double roll. Yes, I will take it. No, thank you. I will take that free point of craft though. All day, every day I will take that. I kind of have to keep an eye on the minstrel, because he's definitely my closest competition right now. Even though he hasn't been completing a lot of quests, he's still dangerous in terms of stats. And I hate to say it, but I may have to put the whammy on his craft with the rod. It may be time to do that just in the interest of keeping the game from running away with me, but we'll see. I'm going to try to hold off on doing that because I kind of don't want to do that unless I absolutely have to. I feel like the rod is kind of a jerk move to use on people, so I'm really going to try to not use it if I can help it. Okay, so what do we got up here? Strength of 4, I should be able to take that pretty easily. Let's go ahead and grab that. Nice. Doesn't matter. That could be problematic. Yeah, he only gets a 1, but that's still more than I want him to have. What is his normal craft? 3. Yeah, so he must be getting 1 from an item or something, because I didn't think he earned another point of craft, unless I missed it somehow. Stacking of the dungeon deck. Means I probably don't want to go into the dungeon. Although he may have stacked it for himself, so if I can dip in there, that might be good for me. Alright, let's go ahead and we lost our spell, unfortunate. Stasis. Okay, I can steal somebody else's adventure card with that. I've seen that before. If something comes up that I want, grab that. Hmm. Okay, I didn't lose that, but I did lose it to the, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Alright. So that's how we're gonna play it, huh? Alright. We're gonna play it that way, that's cool. Let's see. What do I want here? I guess I'll take the free craft, why not? It's kinda crazy not to. And you know, we're gonna be jerks about everything. Actually, let's grab that. Nope, I guess I didn't get it fast enough. I thought that was how that was supposed to work. Maybe he encountered it before I could actually get the spell off. I think that's what happened there. Karmic retribution abounds. See, I wouldn't have cast that rod on you had you not taken my spell. Just so you know, that's what brought that on you. Alright, let's see, let's roll. Let's go for the card, I guess. Yeah, an object is an object. An extra point. Not that I'm intending to use that anytime soon, but holding an extra object doesn't hurt. If I could pump up my strength to 10, I think I'd feel pretty good about going for the strength path. I don't really think the craft path is in my future because I don't really have enough like throwaway followers to feed to the vamps. Although they do have a decent amount of fate. Alright, he's definitely getting serious about making a play here. I don't think he's got a lot of quests complete still. Yeah, I don't think he's got any quest rewards done. So he's not in a position to win the traditional way. Let's take a card. Iron Gate. And I might go into the inner ring again. It might happen. Definitely some unfinished business in there. Especially now that the free craft has been consumed out here. And that keeps me away from everybody else. Yeah, let's bounce in here. Ah, not evil. Fortunate. Keeps it away from the Dread Knight though. Although he's gonna come for that immediately. Yeah, can't blame him. Interesting choice grabbing a helmet. Oh, I see, he needed to discard an armor. Okay, so now he's looking at completing quests. Okay, so things are about to get serious. Things are about to get serious. Alright, it's about to be on. I think the gloves are about to come off of the minstrel. Oh man. Well, we're gonna waste some turns here while the swashbuckler tries to get something going. See what he does with his 3 turns. Oh man, brutal. Brutal. Well, the armor saved him, so that's good for him. Siphoning the craft off the... oh man. 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 Yeah, it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. I think the minstrel is definitely looking to make a play on the craft path once they get their quest complete. really don't know what the swashbuckler is thinking with these moves, but not good. You're not thinking, man. Alignment change could be interesting. Oh man, owned by that little thing. Oh man, that's rough. That is rough right there. Let's see, what do we got over here on the valley? Some gold, the dryad. Now we have to roll 2 dice though and come under on the dryad or we get kicked out, so bounce over here. Ooh, the miser dragon. That is unfortunate. Let's see what we can do. Or if I add 3, alright, let's see. 12, and then if I use the other one, then I can probably pump that up 1. There we go. Woohoo! And let's see what we can get for our gold. 3, I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. No need for the... Oh, you know what? Actually, let's pay the sapper to get rid of the dryad. How about that? And then that'll clear him off of the oasis. And let's go ahead and... Yeah, it's only wasting a point, so let's go ahead and pump our strength up. Like we're gonna need it. Nice use of the strength spell there. Yeah, he's definitely hanging in there. He's definitely hanging in there. This is gonna end up being a fairly competitive game, I think, between me and the Atomic Dog Minstrel. I can see how this is gonna play out. Yeah, he's completing quests. Yep, yep, completing quests. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, yep, yep. Everybody's getting crazy. Alright, time for another temple roll. Hopefully I'll handle this one better. Yep, take the craft? Absolutely I will. Absolutely. Nice try, Battletoad. Nice try. Just one more life for the swashbuckler. I had a feeling that was going to happen. I guess I'm going back to the Oasis. Oh, the hag. Are you serious right now? Oh my god. Terrible draw. Terrible draw. Daggone it. That's really unfortunate. Oh, and he rolls a 6. Are you kidding me right now with that? Well, we better re-roll. Alright. We at least got that. Man, okay, that's gonna be unfortunate. It's gonna... We didn't lose too much because we only had one follower. I think. But we definitely need to get rid of her. We gotta take her to the village. But that's cool because getting to roll on the Mystic would be good. Unfortunate draw on that hag though. I can't take any followers too until I get rid of her, which is another bummer. But at least I didn't have any of those really good followers like the homunculus or the +2 craft lady. So I didn't really lose too much on that. Trying to remember what the follower I actually had that I lost was. Oh, it was the champion guy who would have fought for us, but our strength is high enough we didn't really lose much losing him. All we ultimately lost there was a point towards score for the sudden death. All things considered, not too bad. I'll go this way. We don't have to deal with any negative debuffs. Cerberus, he's going to move to the portal. Oh man, that square is about to get real dicey. Oh man, that's gonna be bad. I think if the Cerberus fights, well, you're gonna have to fight the Cerberus as strength because if you fight him as craft, then you're gonna have to fight a 14 craft, which would be insane. But actually, that might help slow down the minstrel a little bit if he does get all his quests complete. We need to worry about catching him because we're definitely gonna have to go get rid of this hag. I mean, it didn't affect us from a score standpoint, but we're going to need potentially to get more followers in play if we want to buff our score for the sudden death ending. Assuming that that's how this ends up playing out. That's an important stalemate for me. He's going to burn his fate spell. That's good. That actually decreases his score by 1. Even though it gives him his fate back. He had to use the spell to get it. Alright, Swashbuckler, is your ticket about to get punched? I think it is. He keeps getting his lives back. He is a persistent little guy, and he just keeps trying. All right. Okay, so I can head over here now. And as I recall, yeah, there's nothing bad there. So head towards ditching this hag. I don't have any work for you, Sapper. Oh, you know, I could have paid him to get rid of that phantom, but that's not really bothering me too much. We'll take the orb, why not? Gives us another item. Six next turn would be nice. Go straight to the Mystic. Swashbuckler just likes pain, apparently. He keeps going for these crazy options. So I'd say based on what I've seen of the AI playing in this game, it's maybe a little bit better than it was, but it still makes some questionable decisions on a fairly regular basis when it comes to like overall strategy. Yeah, I guess I'll go to the Lore Master. Why not? Why not? Be able to draw a spell there, yeah. Um, Cheat Fate. Now this is a pretty cool one if I remember correctly. Okay, cool. And then displacement. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. So who's got the most fate? You've got 3. You've got 5. So guess who that's getting played on? I missed it. I missed the boat on grabbing that. I'll get him next time. I gotta queue that up right after the Death Knight takes their turn. Or the Dread Knight, sorry. Death Knight, having a WoW flashback. Yeah, the Minstrel, I could actually really screw the Minstrel by taking their fate right now. That could be really good. This could be a really good move, especially if he gets stuck in there with no fate. I almost wish he was a little deeper in. So I'm very decisively winning this game at the moment on points. So that's good. That's definitely good. Let's go ahead here, because I do want to get to the Mystic as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, I can't. Well, let's go ahead and see if we can re-roll that, I guess. Since we're going to spend a fate, let's see if we can get 2 out of that. Oh, nice. Double 6s. Awesome. Okay, yeah, we'll take that. We will take that. Oh man, I hate to be this big of a jerk, but I kind of can't help myself because it's too good not to cast. It's too good not to cast. He's gonna not be thrilled at all with that. Oh, burn! Nice burn. Nice burn. Well played. Of course he had that spell, but you know what are you gonna do? Good job, dude. That was nicely played. And puts him in an excellent position in terms of fate. Although I'm surprised he didn't get my fate. Huh. Yeah, that's weird. I thought he would have gotten mine. Maybe it won't let you go over your maximum value, or maybe that's a bug. Hmm. Okay, whatever. Let's see, 4. Well, we can go to the graveyard and get it right back, so that's cool. Go ahead and do that. Do I want anything? Oh, you know what? Wait. Words. No, he doesn't have one. Okay, no, I don't want anything then. Get out of here, you mangy peddler. Alright. Go ahead and grab our fate back. Now that's going to cost us some score, but we have a pretty strong lead, so I'm not too worried about it. And he had to use a spell to counter our spell, so we kept even on that regard. Good pick up for him. This is a dangerous move right here. Yep. Yep, that was not a good move. Yeah, let's get rid of the hag. Even though it's going to lower our score temporarily, I think it's the right move overall. Let's go ahead and re-roll the 1. And we'll be ignored, because I'd rather not change alignment right now. Oh, sorry, I have to choose. Whatever. Keep as follower, get rid of the follower. Get her. I guess it gives you the option, because if you were playing for score, you might want to hold on to her if it were getting right down to the wire or something like that. But I think it's pretty clear that we don't actually want we don't actually want her in this particular set of circumstances. Oh, he's going for it, man. He's going deep. Low roll there. Gonna re-roll it. Yep, he gets it. Okay, that brings him in. Is that his 4th? Check the cards. I honestly can't remember. No, he's still 1 short of the quest rewards. Oh, Swashbuckler, I'm gonna have to murder you now. Don't you roll big. Okay. I was gonna say, I might have to just murder you for your gold if you roll a 6. That might happen. Let's see what we got over here. Okay, you may change your alignment, but you don't have to. So we'll go here. What our other card is. Nice. I like that. We'll definitely take that. I guess we have to... I guess we'll go evil. And I'm only doing that because then we can get the Phantom in the inner ring. Oh, good. He's going to sub out that blizzard. Excellent. Herbalist. Nice. Yeah, I'd definitely take the Colossus over the Hag any day for a follower. So I'm glad I got rid of her, because that would have sucked to land on that and not be able to pick it up. I think he may have just completed his 4th. So yeah, we gotta look at what we're gonna do here. I don't think we have enough time to get to the middle though. I think that ship has sailed, honestly. Let's see where we might want to go. I want to do anything we can to build stats at this point. That's really our main objective. Head over here. Oh my god, really, werewolf? Really, seriously? Oh wow, that sucks. Man, is there any way I can undo that? Man, that is just a giant ball of suck right there. He just turned my Colossus into a werewolf that I now have to fight. That's a bummer. Sorry, Colossus. Man, after all that, to get that card and lose it like that, such a bummer. Such a bummer. I'm surprised we haven't seen a score update, because we got to be getting close to the end now. There can't be that many more turns left. Oh man, just drew a basilisk. Ooh, this could be the end right here. Let's see. Nope, no doubles. So he dodged that bullet. I can't believe the swashbuckler has actually lived this long. That's crazy. I would have never thought he'd still be alive the way his game started. Alright, 5 turns left. The Dread Knight is actually in the lead at the moment, which is not good. We need to do something about that. So given these options, let's bounce into the dungeon real quick. Yeah, of course it's a craft of 6, but whatever. Nice. Done and done. Give me that craft. Let's see, Twist of Fate. Okay, cool. Twist of Fate, awesome. I will take it. Let's see, 2 craft, 1 craft, and 6 craft equals new craft. Alright, that'll help. So we picked up a spell and a point of craft that round, so we're up to 24. Not enough time for him to get to the center even if he wanted to, so this is all going to come down to stats. Yeah, he's stacking those quest reward cards pretty smart, actually. I should do the same. Gonna do me, or is he gonna do the knight? Surprised he would do them. I would think he would do the swap or the knight because he's in the lead. Hmm. Interesting choice. Okay, I got the 24. I still gotta build the. Probably take a quest at this point. There's no reason not to. Kill one dragon. Well, we'll try. 4. What do we got in here? No good character. A 2 to your craft. Sure, let's go get that. Gave us another point. Unfortunately, he's completing quests too. Not good. This is actually going to be close. We actually have a real chance of losing to the AI here, which is kind of disturbing. I really got to think about everything I do at this point and how it's going to affect my score, because I don't want to lose on a technicality here. Okay, I need 2 more points to tie. Get in here a little deeper. I mean, that's cool, but it's not really going to help me. I guess I'll take the axe because it's better. Ditch the sword. Didn't really help me. That was kind of a net neutral. I don't want to cast a spell if I don't have to. Ah man, the Death Knight, the Dread Knight's running away with it with these Warlock quest completions. That's bad. I probably should have gone the other way out of the dungeon to try to get down to that dragon to complete mine. I think we're actually going to end up losing this. I don't think I have enough time to earn enough points to make up the difference. The only hope I have is that I get something that lands me a lot of gold, that I can bump it up. I know there are cards like that in the dungeon, but It's gonna be rough. Two turns left. I still need 2 points. 6. I gotta go this way. Question there. Armor smith, of course. Of course. I just don't, I can't carry any more items. It jerks. I guess I'll drop that. Whatever. Man, this sucks. This sucks. I can't get any more points quickly enough. It's all gonna come down to this last turn. He's delivering an object which takes his score down 1, but he's getting a reward, so that actually keeps it the same. Oh, this is going to be bad. I'm about to get whammied, I think. Yeah, he's going to turn me good, so I have to drop that book. That sucks. GG, computer. I gotta say, that's the most cunning move I've seen the computer make. Probably in all of the time I've been playing this game, so that's actually a pretty great move it just pulled off. Because it just knocked my score down by making me drop an item by changing my alignment. That was actually really good. Yeah, good move. Even get some lives or something. I forget what 9 is. Spell. Well, that's good for him. Yeah, it's a shame. If he could have toted the Black Knight, he could have won the game for me. But I guess he didn't want to do that, you know, or he was worried about it backfiring on him. Ah, man, such a shame to come that close. Yeah, I mean, I guess I gotta take the chance here, try to get the craft. I should have come out of the dungeon. That was the mistake that I made. That was really the big mistake that I made. Ah, crud. No good. Oh well, GG, computer. You got me. You certainly did get me. I guess we'll have to settle for second. Yeah, him being able to just sit on the Warlock and complete quests like that, that was definitely bad for us. That definitely took things in a bad direction for us right at the time when we needed to catch a break. We caught a really bad streak of luck there because our luck turned south and his turned really good. But also, remember, I called it way back in the beginning of the game. I said, watch out for this guy because he's holding a lot of trinkets. You know, he's got a lot of stuff going on. And sure enough, the Dread Knight pulls it off. GG, Dread Knight. GG. So let's see how that actually broke down. So I actually beat him on strength, beat him on craft by a wide margin, beat him on beat him on gold, but he got me on objects. It looks like got me on, or no, he got me on. Wait, what was this? I always get this confused. Oh, you know what it was? Followers, because I lost my followers. Yeah. Had I not lost all the followers that I did throughout that game, that would have turned out very differently. So on objects, he beat me by 2. Followers, he beat me by 5. Spells, we were even, and quest rewards. So I guess the other thing that says to me is probably the biggest mistake that I made in that game was not just constantly taking quest rewards, because I was worried about getting locked out of not being able to go for the middle, but at a certain point there, I really should have started taking Warlock quests when I realized that there weren't going to be enough turns to finish in the traditional way anyway. That was probably the single biggest mistake that I made in the game. And then I had a couple of turns, one where I didn't re-roll on the temple when I should have, and um, I forget what the other like kind of minor mistake that I made was, but there were definitely some mistakes made in that game, and I think that's probably what contributed to that outcome. I mean, I still beat the other human player, but to lose to the AI like that's kind of a bummer. But at least I see where I made my mistakes, and I think I'll be less likely to repeat those mistakes in future games. But I think that's a good way to wrap things up. I definitely still had a good time, always have a good time playing this game, whether I win or lose. I always feel like I get something out of it in terms of better understanding how to play the game. Good times. Let's just see what we got on our stats for our effort there. So we started at 12% into 24. Let's see where we end up. So we picked up 12% of the way to the next level, which is not great. You know, obviously if we'd have won, that'd have been a lot more progression, but at least we got something out of it, so not a total loss. And total time on that game, if you're curious, was about an hour and a half. So I think that's very reasonable. That was with a 45 turn limit. I think that's a nice setting. I still think maybe 50 might be the sweet spot for me, because had it been 50, we might have actually been able to make a play for the middle. As it was, we reached a certain point there where it became all about the score for the sudden death ending. So depending on whether or not you want short games or you want more probability of finishing the actual drawn ending, I'd say, you know, somewhere in that 40 to 50 turn range is probably what you're looking for your sudden death timer. You know, if you just want to keep the game short and reasonably competitive, probably closer to 40. Um, you know, if you want a really good solid chance of a traditional ending, probably around 50 is what you're looking for. And then 45 seems to be like kind of in the middle, like it could have gone either way, but we just happened to end up with the sudden death rule kicking in. So again, all things considered, a pretty good game. Pretty satisfied with the result of that, despite not actually taking it. Definitely feel like I got a lot out of the experience, so that's good. So yeah, until next time, this has been Talisman Digital Edition. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, you want to see more of it, please do hit that follow button. That way you'll know whenever I go live in the future. Twitch will send you a notification when that does happen. As I've mentioned previously on the last couple of streams, I don't stream on a schedule anymore. So the only way you can really know that I'm streaming is to either follow me on Twitch or Twitter, or both, ideally. And then you will know when I am streaming in the future, and maybe have a chance to get in and play with me, because I definitely will be playing more of this as time allows. So until next time, have a good one, folks.